This past August in 2023, the Apostle Ron Venner Sr. returned to Uganda for a time of preaching, teaching, and nightly crusades. Apostle Venters met Pastor Moses Simanda Mbuga 25 years ago at the Word Explosion Conference in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It has now been 24 years since accepting his invitation to come to Uganda and help him by doing crusades in the most remote parts of the nation of Uganda, supporting the work with disadvantaged children in helping building schools, supporting several youth financially to receive their education, and many other projects, from digging water wells to assisting in building churches and much more. This year, the Apostle Venters was accompanied by his spiritual son, Lonnie Barker, and his wife, Cara, from Dallas, Texas. This summer, we would conduct 16 meetings within 11 days. Once we arrived to Uganda, we had a chance to visit the home church in Kampala, also the Lusaka School and the new Lusaka construction site, where we had the opportunity to pray. We ministered in the Thursday night healing service on August 3rd, which is for those dealing with sicknesses and disease. Apostle Venters ministered from Matthew chapter 8, 1 through 17, about the righteous right hand of the Lord. The service provided rededication, salvation, and healing as we prayed for the sick. The next morning, we were taken to see the children at the Lusaka Primary School. This was a joyful occasion because one of the teachers is one of the youth that our family began to sponsor back in 2014 when she was part of the Imani Milele Children's Choir. What a blessing. Then it was off to the construction site to see the new Lusaka School. There's still much to be done before the teachers and students are able to move into the new facility, but God is faithful. We remember when we were brought to this location a decade ago to pray and prophesy for it to be built. Now, with God's grace and mercy, 2024 is the year of that fulfillment. Thereafter, we traveled to Mbale, Uganda, the Kachuru district, where we ministered at the Mbale, Uganda Pearl Haven Church for 2 morning services. There were 45 rededications and salvations, and we prayed for the sick. God moved in a mighty way. The very next morning, we had seminars and evening crusades in Kachuru. There were salvations, rededications, and healings in every service. In all, from the Kachuru district, there were 199 salvations, twice as many prayed for healing with confirmations. Thereafter, we traveled to Western Uganda in the Chibakara district, where we had seminars and Apostle Venters preached faith versus fear. There were 20 salvations and healings. That evening, as the Lord moved in the service, the Apostle Venters preached God's love manifest in his Son. There were over 60 salvations, many healings, and 1 deliverance. Our God is an awesome God. Sunday morning in the Western Mountain Village, the Apostle Venters preached Have the God Kind of Faith from Mark chapter 11, verse 22. The hand of the Lord was in this meeting. More salvations, healings, and deliverance. But the crusade this evening was a rain out. However, the team was not disappointed because of what we were able to witness. This is an agricultural society, and they had been in drought for over 3 months. The locals were so excited because the drought was now ending. For over 3 hours, the children danced and sang songs of praise to the Lord for the downpour of rain. Our assignment was now over. The following Monday was a leaders' meeting where the apostle preached, You are anointed to win, from Isaiah chapter 10, verse 27. Then off to bless a new church deep in the mountains near Chiambura. The young pastor there walks to his assignment 3 days a week. The team was blessed to attend a Ugandan wedding that had 7 couples to be married. This is a very big deal in Uganda, which has legal as well as tribal traditions. The apostle was called upon to preach a sermon, 2 become 1, and there was 1 salvation. On this trip to Uganda, we had the blessing of seeing the salvation of the Lord given to over 500 souls, an impact to men, women, and children in each crusade. We blessed and prayed over a new school in one of the villages and encouraged many more. God moved in a mighty way. By the grace of God, the generosity of men and women of God, as well as our partners, we want to thank you for your prayers and your continued support. Our God is an awesome God.